feasible for that. But yeah, it's good to see these boys on top. And now, would you say that these 6 kills are deserving for MVP this time around, rather than the
absolutely.
1 kill and 300 damage?
Listen, who am I to truly decide who deserves MVP? But yes, absolutely. And I will give a side shout over to Shrimsy. He got his 3, but he also put in 500 damage. In fact, the whole team putting in a ton of damage. But part of that is obviously that middle position, right? Once they're able to take that barn, they're able to sort of pin cushion out or a porcupine and do damage to just about everybody who's coming into the area. But that man of the match will be Tiggleton without losing anyone. Get Tiggleton up and running, and that end game, once they got everybody up,
yep. Yeah, I mean, perfectly executed for them, and also just insane map awareness. Like this is why H-Win is one of the best in the game, right? Like,
Я хочу тяму пойти убить. Мы можем... Парни, нам надо, ну, по-хорошему, не знаю.
That late game, being 21 points here, that is massive for them. To be able to get that many points, now being in the 30+ points after just 2 games. But the kind of sad thing is that it's hard to do on Tego and Rondo. It's hard to do those third parties. It's hard to do those hot drops. It's hard to kind of do that because there's so many more kind of spaces to hide and to play, and it's harder to kind of play around that. On Erangel, it's way easier, and that's a little bit scary why Erangel is our last 2 games, because that makes it extremely rough. But 34 points total.
It's funny how it's our favorite map, but it's becoming like the scariest of the maps.
It is, yeah.
Extent, right? Like, we love it because it's been around for so long, but it's been around so long, it still has some of those flaws that like we love, but we also are like, oh gosh, I hope it doesn't circle to go here.
And everyone is aware.
Exactly. Overall leaderboard, 34 points for the Sonics. Expendables 23, Twisted Minds up to 20. The real struggle is for that bottom. Don't get in the bottom 4. BB team has a back-to-back bad game along with Weibo and FaZe, and they are going to be struggling. TSM only at 5 has got to be frustrated because they had such a good spot there at the Hacienda, but Sonics dropped in. They got Luke. I think we saw someone else get picked off, and really that comes down to, you know, Purdy out there just salvaging points. I think he might have picked up minimum 4 points off placement by just hiding in the back of that crate.
Yeah, he got 4th place for them, 4 placement points. That's huge. Close to actually getting the 2 kills onto 17 and potentially actually getting the 2 points from the kills and also another placements. That would have been a 7-point clutch. But it was a 4.1 for him to kind of stick that out there. I like that. That's super smart. And again, these salvage kind of situations here in 6 games, and if you don't have 1 good game and all your games are salvage and you're able to get 5, you're safe. You're into the top 12 and you're fine.
Sonic's placement points 20. That's gotta feel good, right?
That's good.
Like, you know, they're back there because the short break, right? So all the teams have a chance to run off. They get to meet with their coaches. They get to discuss what's going on. And that's got to be the best feeling in the world. When you go to see your coach after game 2, and he's like, got nothing for you, boys. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? I mean, because there's nothing else.
I'm going to go fishing, and you do what you want to do. That's Gunner right there.
Exactly. That's exactly what Gunner's probably doing. So just like Gunner, who's taking a break to go fishing, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to move into our 3rd match of the day. It's going to be fun. I guarantee it. So don't go anywhere.
It's the greatest thrill to know I'm near you. No one else but you.
Sanhok is a destructible map. A rebalance to the SMG lineup. And solo play for the win streak showdown. All this and more as we dive into the Update 33.1 patch report. First up, it's time to celebrate your chaos. Because Sanhok is becoming a destructible map. Starting this update, parts of buildings, props, and key structures can all be destroyed by explosives or the red zone. It's even getting destructible terrain like Rondo. And speaking of that red zone, it's getting a few changes as well. Sanhok is also seeing some changes to textures, terrain, and more. So be sure to take in its new look before you blow it up. Head on over to the patch notes to check out the changes. Next, we've made some pretty significant adjustments to SMGs in an effort to keep enhancing weapon diversity and making sure SMGs have their own signature feel.